Rosy friends, it's Julie, and today I'm going to show how I covered an allergic reaction and that led to a rosacea flare-up using neutral shades of makeup as opposed to using bright colors to sort of to cover up or distract or things like that. Instead, I could actually achieve a more kind of natural looking face. As you can see, my face was pretty messed up. I had both redness and the little pimply looking bumps that come with rosacea, so I covered all that up with this look. I started off with the Covergirl Outlast primer. Primer is extremely important to any look, especially when you're using a whole pile of layers with cover up and concealers and all that kind of stuff. My face always goes even redder when I apply primer, but it always does calm back down again as long as I use one that's pretty gentle. This would be a pink concealer called No More Dark Circles. It's from Essence. I use it all the time to cover up the dark circles under my eyes. And I use the Physicians Formula Conceal RX there. I find this one has really, really good coverage because it is thick as clay, but you have to use it really fast. I've found that there is a learning curve to use it, and I found as much as it will cover up a lot, you have to work so quickly because it dries almost immediately and then it won't spread anymore. So I use my fingers to spread it all around, and then I kind of follow up with a blending brush to just sort of spread it a little bit more and try and get more even coverage so I don't end up with big green blobs that don't exactly look natural. And then, okay, well that was upside down, but that also said Physicians Formula, and it would be the green stick concealer where I even things out anywhere that was left a little bit blank with the thicker stuff, the Conceal RX, then I covered that up with the stick. And I find that it's a lot faster and easier to do it with that method, and you get a much heavier coverage. And this would be the Covergirl Clean for Sensitive Skin foundation, liquid foundation, which I have a really hard time getting out of the bottle. I keep buying it because I really like it and it doesn't react with my skin, but it is so hard to get out of the bottle. Anyway, and I'm just using a foundation brush, a blending brush, again, to spread that over my face and to cover up all the green and, well, the pink under my eyes, but mostly green that I have everywhere. I really happen to like this one quite a bit. It only provides about a medium coverage, but I find if I use that foundation and then put a powder on top, it creates a really natural look on my face. So for someone like me who is not all that good at applying makeup, being able to layer in this way works really, really effective for me. It kind of creates a bit of a flawless look without any skill at all. And I follow that up with a blending sponge, a damp blending sponge, just to get an even more even look. To get rid of sort of that brush look and just smooth it out and sort of pat it into the skin. Next, there's the Gosh Mineral Powder, which you've seen in a former video of mine from, I think, a week or two ago. I love this stuff. It is incredible. It is slightly drying, but as long as I use a really good moisturizer or a skin oil as a base underneath, even beneath my primer, I don't find that really bothers me too much. It is the perfect topper to a liquid foundation if I am having a really, really bad reaction, as was the case that day. It really just gets rid of any lingering green from the concealer or red from what was on my face. I can even use it on regular days just to cover up any redness that I have. Here I used a kind of brownish blush instead of the bright pink that I normally wear. I really wanted to show that I could do a more natural look without the kind of screaming pink blush that I usually add to my cheeks to give my face some life because I am so super pale. But this one is a much more subtle look. It kind of gives that I'm not wearing makeup, but my skin is this nice look. It's a very soft blush. And then the Need It Nude, I believe, palette from e.l.f. I'm just using a bunch of the more neutral shades. I start off with the cream on the very end. It's a very pale cream. It's next to white. I normally like white, but this is a much softer look, so I went for the slightly cream color there. And then a kind of peachy taupe. It's like halfway between peach and taupe. I don't know if that has a name because none of the shades are named on that palette, but I did that for the main lid. And then I followed up with the slightly darker for the crease and the kind of outer corner a little bit, and sort of dab that in there just to give a little bit of depth to the eye. so that I don't look so pale all the way through. And then I took a darker shade of brown just to add a little teensy bit of drama, because I do, you know, I am applying makeup. I'm going to all this effort. I may as well just not look totally blank-faced. I don't know why I think that, but that is actually the reason that I added that extra brown. And then I just used a eyebrow comb. I don't actually add any makeup to my eyebrows. I have pretty dark brows already, but they do get pretty unruly and they get a whole pile of foundation in there. So then I'm using just a regular taupe eyeliner, and I just line the entire upper lid. I can't do a winged eyeliner, so I don't, but I do a kind of moderately thick line on the top, enough that it looks neat. I can get away with a slightly thicker line on my eye because I have got hooded lids. So I add a little bit of drama with the eyeliner normally, and I do a full line on the top lid, and then I just do the outer corner of the bottom lid just to give it a kind of completed look, but without getting that sort of goth look that I used to super love in high school. But yeah, so it takes me quite a while to do this, and I go back over it and over it and over it to make sure that they're even, and that would be why I can't do a winged liner, because even just doing regular liner takes me most of the time that I'm applying my makeup, as you can see. And then I have the Revlon Volume and Length Mascara. This is not one of my favorite mascaras. It's one of those sort of run-of-the-mill, you can grab it if you need it, and you can trust that it'll be sort of a regular mascara. I got this one because there was a 2-pack of it on sale for super duper cheap. I think it was probably in the clearance aisle or something, and it, you know, they hadn't expired or anything, so I just went for it so that I'd have a lot. Because I don't wear eye makeup all that often because it irritates, my eye makeup just tends to irritate my eyes, so I try to buy the cheapest mascara I can get a lot of the time because I end up having to throw it out a lot without using much of it. And then I'm just wiping off any foundation or anything that got on my lips so that I will have a blank base for this lipstick. I think it's AOA. I'm pretty sure I got it from Shop Miss A. I love the color on it. It's a stay-on lipstick. It's one of those ones that won't kiss off. It is super drying, so I just use it if I'm not going to be wearing lipstick for a very, very long time. I can get away with it for, 3 or 4 hours without any problems, but if I have to wear it for the full day, then I'm completely miserable. Anyway, so that would be the coverage that I achieved on this look. It's a pretty neutral look with a vibrant lip. And I hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, I hope that you will. And other than that, I will see you next time.